So the first way to protect your energy at work is using a hamsa. Hamsa is a hand, usually facing downwards with an eye inside of it. In fact, I'm actually wearing one right now. Let me show you. So this right here, you may have seen it before, right, is a hamsa, right? And so it protects you from psychic attacks, you know, people being jealous or envious of you, you know, on a spiritual level, you know, the mental protection, right? The emotional protection from other people's negative thoughts, negative energy, right? So this actually facing downwards is for protection. It facing upwards is actually for luck and prosperity and success and stuff like this. So, you know, if you're going, you know, having an interview, you know, or, you know, you want to ask for something at work, you know, a raise, for example, you want to be wearing this, you know, up, facing up. Obviously, if you're around your desk or whatever it is, or you're just at the counter, I don't know what work you do, you know, you want to have it facing downwards for protection. And this necklace that I have, actually, it comes with obsidian crystal, and obsidian crystal is connected with the root chakra, and it's very good for grounding and protection. So it kind of ties in with the Hazma symbol as well. There's also tiger's eye on here as well. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there's you know, tiger's eye crystal here as well. I'll link this up, this exact necklace up in the description, so you can go check it out if you want to go and get it. I bought it on Amazon. And this is more about symbolism, you know. It's not necessarily the you know, metal plated symbol. It's the actual symbol that protects, you know. It's a metaphysical thing, right? So it doesn't have to be, you know, a crystal or like whatever. It really doesn't matter. You can literally have a picture of it in your pocket, and that's enough. No one needs to see it. It just needs to be on you. Okay, so it's about symbolism and understanding that everything is energy. And if you have this energy around you, or the symbol around you, it's very protective. So the next thing I want to share with you that protects you at work is negative ions. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. You can have a Himalayan salt lamp. You can use shungite. Shungite is a very powerful protector of EMF and 4G and 5G and all this stuff. And so if you're at work and there's a ton of Wi-Fi, there's a fax machine, there's computers, there's your mobile phones and everyone else's mobile phones, it's very dense, you know, energy to be around. You know, even refrigerators, they give off EMF. So if you work in a place where there's a large fridge, you know, nearby, you know, that's giving off radiation, you know, that's giving off certain energies. And so we want to protect ourselves. So shungite is a very, very powerful protector. And basically you can get this from any spiritual store, or you probably can buy on Amazon as well. There's different strengths of shungite. Some of them can be really expensive, and the cheaper ones are obviously less protective. You can wear it on you, you can put it in your pocket, you can put it in your wallet, and you can also like put it in your baths and stuff like that as well. Something that's kind of similar to shungite is called organ energy or organ energy. And I actually buy my organ energy stuff from a website called organ-energy.com. There's a guy named Richard from the UK. You can follow him on Instagram as well. I'll put all his information in the description. And he talks about astrology and energy and stuff like this. But he has a store in the UK that sells organ energy stuff to, you know, for protection, for bringing luck. He sells pyramids and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, he sells his stuff at a reasonable price. So that's something that you can check out. I actually also use tourmaline. It's another crystal. Tourmaline is very powerful for protecting against radiation, you know, computer radiation and all this stuff. And there's a ton of different things that you can do. You know, you can find these stickers that you can stick on the back of your phone to protect yourself from radiation. There's things like cards, and bands that you can wear. There's these special bands, ionic bands. So if you type in negative ion band in Google, for example, you'll find like there's different bands, and you know that again protects you. And as soon as you put it on, like there's the ones that I've purchased in the past, as soon as you put it on, you feel like your energy going up because you have your auras protected. You feel more protected in general, and you're protected from all the positive ions. Now, you might find this a little bit strange, but basically positive ions are bad. Positive ions are like radiation, it's like EMF. Stuff that's come from mobile phones, TVs, computers, all of this stuff, right? So positive ions are actually bad for us. Negative ions are actually good for us. So a negative ion is like when there's a waterfall and the water's falling down and hitting the rocks, it generates those negative ions, and that's why it feels so good being near a waterfall. And so that type of water is negatively charged, and when it's negatively charged and you drink it, it's actually really good for your body as well. Very purifying, very electrifying, it makes you feel good. And so you can actually get water filters that shift the molecular structure or whatever it is, right, into more negative ion state to make the water more ionic, right? And that is actually very good for you. It makes you, feel really good, and it's more in alignment with the structure of nature. Whereas if you're just drinking water from a tap, it's a totally different structure. It's not, how it is in nature. And I don't know if you've ever drank water from nature before, but it is a hell of a lot different than drinking tap water. The energy that you get from it, the purity that comes from it is a completely different thing. And the last tip I want to give you here is actually something that is kind of overlooked. It's really generating the emotion of gratitude and appreciation, because usually sometimes we go into work with a low mood. So if we go into work with a low mood and I don't want to go to this job today and I don't feel like it and all of this stuff, what happens is you're in a low state, so you attract low vibrational state things once you're at work. You attract the problems, you attract this. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep at night, for example, and then you're going to work, you're feeling tired, and so you're going to attract these kinds of energies that resonate with where you're at. Does that make sense? And so we want to make sure that we're getting enough sleep, adequate sleep, but also generating positive mood before going into work. And so one of the things that you can begin doing before you go to work and whilst you're at work is expressing massive amounts of gratitude. Like for the little things, that there's a pen that I get to use and the computer and it's got the internet and you can connect to the internet and I can find answers, and I am conversating with people, meeting and connecting with people, and I got technology to do this and that, and I like this about my work, I like that about my work, rather than focusing on what you don't like, and generating as much gratitude as possible. You want to generate massive amounts of gratitude. I would even go to the point that if someone's even treating you like in a negative way, express gratitude that you have the job. Even thank you for that person for teaching me how to be a better person. You can take someone's negativity and you can transmute it and say like, thank you for teaching me how to be a better person, rather than dipping down to their level and projecting it back at them. Now, that's not to say that you're not allowed to confront them or tell them, like it is or whatever it is, right? You're obviously allowed to do that, but with a sense of appreciation and reflection within the self. Now, be very careful with this. I don't want you to be overly compassionate, because sometimes empaths tend to be too compassionate. So for me, like if someone's being negative towards me, maybe they're in a mood. Maybe they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, right? Maybe they're being spiritually, psychically attacked. Maybe they had a rough upbringing. Maybe they just had an argument with their wife, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, or whatever it is. Maybe, they're, having a lot of challenges at home with the kids or whatever it is, And so they feel like they want to put that on someone else. So don't make it about you, and take it as a personal attack. People have their own conditioning, their own things that they're going through, and this negative charge that's coming towards you, you can just be like, whoosh, send it back to them. Whoosh, send it back to them. Another way my coach back in the day told me to do it is imagine like there's a big trash can, right there. When anyone comes and speaks to you, it just goes in the trash can, like it's an imaginary trash can, and all the talking and the yibba yabba, whatever, is just going in the trash can, and it's not penetrating into you and affecting you. And the thing is, sometimes when you make intentions for a new life, when you make intentions for the things that you're wanting to manifest into your life, things will show up for you to sort of move on, like you need a different job or a different career, different path that you want to go down. Sometimes that is the case. And this may be the case in relationships as well. I know I'm going off topic here, but sometimes in relationships, it's a sign to move on, to find something else, to be single or whatever it is. And so sometimes we need to acknowledge that, there's a calling for something new. There's a calling for you to, manifest this lifestyle, whatever it is. And so you start to notice more of what's wrong, right? More of what's bad and all of this stuff. And so instead of trying to change it, sometimes it's time to move on and go to do whatever it is that you need to do and create that life that you really want. Obviously with structure, with a plan, but listening to your heart and creating a plan to moving forward, starting that business that you really want to start, and living and creating your dream life. And by the way, if you want a free energy reading, there'll be a link in the description. We can go ahead and get that to find out what's blocking you from manifesting your dream life and manifesting your goals. And check out this video over here on your aura. Basically done a picture of my aura and what it looks like, and a little bit more about how I shifted my aura to where it is. And check out this video on how to, or this playlist on how to raise your vibration properly. And remember, keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon.